Hello everyone, my name is Ritesh. I'm a chartered accountant by profession and I run my own accounting and tax advisory firm in UAE. So we advise clients on their corporate tax and VAT matters or anything related to their compliances in UAE, whether it's company formation, their audits, the VAT or corporate tax. So in this video, we'll be discussing about what is TRC, how to apply for it and who can apply for TRC. So firstly, let's talk about what is the tax residency certificate and why is it required. So TRC is a certificate that is issued by the Federal Tax Authority, which is the tax authority in UAE, and it proves that the person for which this TRC certificate is issued is a tax resident in UAE. And TRC is basically required by people that are getting income or any sort of payments from outside the UAE. For instance, if your holding company is in Singapore, India, Belgium, or any other foreign jurisdiction, or for individuals, if they have made any investments in any foreign countries, for instance, they have bought some properties in foreign countries, or they have invested in shares and they are deriving any money from outside the UAE, then they may need to pay taxes in the foreign country. So in order to avoid that, a tax residency certificate needs to be submitted to the foreign country's tax authorities so that you can pay zero taxes or reduced amount of taxes in the foreign country. And now the most important part is the period for which a TRC is issued. Let's say that you applied for TRC for this year, which is the year 2026. So will you get it for the calendar year, which is Jan till December, or will you get it for the financial year, which is April till March, or will you get it for life? For what is the period for which a TRC is issued? This is a common question that the clients have been asking me. So to clear this, we first need to understand that a TRC is only for a 12-month period. It's not for life, it's not for 1 month, it's for 12-month period. So it could be a calendar year or a financial year. In order to determine who gets it for a calendar year and who can get it for a financial year, we need to understand who can apply a TRC. So TRC can be applied by natural persons or juridical persons. So let's first talk about the natural persons. A natural person is an individual that is either running a business in UAE or have an employment contract in UAE. So for you, if you want to apply for TRC, the first thing that you need to do is you need to stay in UAE for a period of 183 days out of the 12-month period. If you cannot do that, then you should at least have stayed in UAE for a period of 90 days out of the 12-month period for which you are applying. And additionally, you must have a lease agreement that is known as Ejari in UAE, because that will establish that you have a physical presence in UAE so that the Federal Tax Authority can issue a tax residency certificate for you. Now let's talk about who are juridical persons. So a juridical person is a company that is incorporated or registered in UAE. However, there are certain exceptions to this. So let's say that a company that is incorporated or registered outside the UAE and they have opened a branch in UAE, then the branch which is registered in UAE still cannot apply for a TRC. Why is that? Because branches are never considered as a separate legal entity. They're only considered as the extension of the parent entity. So there is a loophole to this. So if the foreign company can prove that the foreign company's business is being effectively managed and controlled through UAE, then they can apply for a TRC. So now let's discuss about the documents that are required by the FTA when you're applying for TRC. So for individuals, whether you're employed in UAE or you have a business in UAE, you need to submit these documents. The number one is the residence visa. Second is your Emirates ID. Third is your passport copy. Fourth is your bank statement of the last 6 months from UAE bank account. Fifth is going to be your lease agreement, which is your Ejari, which proves that you have a physical presence in UAE. And sixth, you will need a report from GDRFA. So GDRFA is the Directorate of Residency and Foreign Affairs in UAE. They maintain the immigration and permits in UAE. You'll need to take out the immigration report, which will tell you about the number of days you have stayed in UAE. So nowadays, the Emirates ID is basically linked to the EmaraTax portal, so it's not necessary, but it's better if you have this report. So now for companies, the document that you will need is the most important document, your audited financials for the 12-month period. Without it, you cannot apply for TRC. Then you'll need the trade license, the establishment card, the MOA, you'll need the lease agreement. But the most important is your audited financial statement. So coming back to the period for which TRCs can be issued. So the first thing is that TRC can only be issued for the prior year or the current year. It can never be issued for future years. So it's different for a natural person and a juridical person, because natural persons, if they apply for a TRC, they can get it only for a calendar year, which is a 12-month period, which is January till December. And for companies, they can choose, for instance, their tax period is from April till March, then they'll get the TRC from April till March. If the tax period is from June till May or from Jan till December, then they'll get the TRC as per their tax periods. I hope that this video was very informational for you, and please feel free to connect with me if you have any issues related to TRC or any compliance related matters in UAE. I'd be happy to help. Thank you.